Welcome, I'm Lukas, and today we're going to talk about training and racing in the heat. And no better place to do that with a backdrop of a desert.
Welcome to the desert. Do you ever feel like when you're training and racing in the heat that you're out here in the desert suffering? Well, today at STS Presents, we're going to show you what you need to do to feel at your absolute best in these kind of conditions. Don't let the desert get you down. Let's go. When you're out here in these kind of dry, hot, boiling conditions, the first thing that comes to mind is you have to keep yourself hydrated. If you're like me and you lose a lot of salt when you're racing, this can definitely affect your performance big time. So one of the first things I want to talk about to help you race at your best in hot and humid conditions is keeping your sodium levels up and staying hydrated. Let's take a look.
So it seems logical that when we're in the heat, we need to keep hydrated, but you'll be surprised how many people put this to the side. So let's look at the effects on the body when we aren't properly hydrated. Did you know that if your body is dehydrated, it will actually perform at a weaker level? So if you're going for a sub 16 5K and you're dehydrated and you're right on that cusp, you're not going to do it because that blood can't flow through your body correctly because it doesn't have the hydration to flow naturally and smoothly. All your veins, all your oxygen that you could be getting is almost like shrunk. That's the easiest way to put it. I'm not going to get scientific on it because I'm no scientist, but this is what happens when you're dehydrated. So when it's hot outside, you've got to be sucking down sports drinks and electrolytes like it's nobody's business. I like to drink before and after my sessions. I have a hard time doing it during the session, but in a race, you've got to do it during the race. At every single aid station in the heat, you need to be sucking something down. It's very, very important. And that brings us to the next topic.
Just touched on how important it is to keep your sodium levels up, but you might ask, how do I know if I need a lot of electrolytes?
If you look at yourself and you are just caked in salt, caked in white, some people a little bit, some people like myself a whole lot. You can just literally see the white salt just all over my body. This is a sure telltale sign that you are one of those people, if you have this problem, that you need extra electrolytes. And I use a couple of products that actually help me, and my favorite of which is one that I just started using is Tailwind. It's a electrolyte powder drink, and it has a whole lot of sodium in it, which is perfect for me and keeps my body in homeostasis as I train and race in the heat. So how do you know if you're drinking enough? Well, I'm glad you asked. An easy way to tell the exact amount that you should be drinking is doing a simple sweat rate test. What you need to do is weigh yourself with the least amount of clothes on as possible, maybe nude is best, and go for a 1 hour run or a 1 hour on the bike, whatever you're going to do in the heat. And then after you come back from your session, weigh yourself again, make sure to towel off first and see how much weight you have lost. If you've lost 1 pound, then you need to drink 16 ounces of fluids to replace that. And this is a simple way to tell. And if you're even more simple in your thinking or just plain lazy like I am, an easy way to tell is if when you go to the bathroom and your urine is nuclear, then you know that you're not drinking enough. Keep drinking it until it turns nice and clear. But the sweat rate test is a simple way to see exactly how much you lose, and you should do it multiple times so that you can see in different weather conditions how much and how it affects you. And that brings us to the next topic, the conditions. How can we get used to them? The question is, if you have a hot weather race and you live in a cold country, how in the world do you get prepared for it? Well, guys, we have to acclimatize. We definitely do. And studies have shown that if you spend at least 2 hours per day in that type of environment, that is enough to get your body to actually change and acclimate to its new environment. So if you live up somewhere in England and you're racing Kona in Hawaii, it's a good idea to get in that garage on your turbo trainer or some kind of room where you can control the temperature, crank it up to the exact same temperature that you'll be racing in. You don't have to wear a bunch of sweats and stuff, just get that room in the same environment that it will be like at the race, and just spend a couple of hours in there sweating it out. And if you do this for 2 weeks, studies have shown that it takes about 2 weeks for the body to adjust, then you will be ace for the race. Obviously, the easiest way to acclimatize for a race and make sure the body is ready is to go there 2 weeks beforehand. Spend some time out there just getting really used to what you're going to have to deal with.
One of the things that you really need to pay attention to when racing and training in the heat is keeping the body temperature cool. You can't neglect aid stations where there's cold water, not only to drink, but actually pour on your head and all your vital extremities where the heat is most prevalent, in your armpits, down your shirt, down your pants. Guys, the cool water can actually trigger your motor neurons to make you think that you're much cooler. Therefore, your body will perform much better.
Summer is just around the corner, so I hope these tips help you to stay cool, stay hydrated, and performing top-notch at all your races this summer. We did a little 10-mile run in that desert and got some sweet footage, so I hope you enjoy, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Try not to laugh too hard when you see me rolling around in that sand. Take care, guys. God bless, and we'll see you next time.